Is Kickstart Kenny and Suzuki back on top? Hey everybody, Walty Wanderers, buckle up, strap in. We got a hard-hitting, pull no punches, no sugarcoating it, no rainbows, no sunshine. I'm just going to give it to you and give it to you straight. We got a good one to unpackage today. Welcome to the show. I hope everybody's doing great. Insanity, the stuff that we get to unpackage. Kickstart Kenny, welcome to the show. This has been insane. Kickstart Kenny resurrected Suzuki from the dead. That dude's managed to take a bike that still has kickstart technology. And I don't know if you guys remember, I do. A couple years ago when they lost their whole Makita Suzuki factory. I mean, I think James, Bubba, like we need Bubba to chime in on this one. I think James may have almost single-handedly tanked Suzuki because they spent a lot of money to bring Bubba Stewart over. Like every team, JGR, plenty of teams went big. JGR went big, they're gone. Suzuki went big on James, and they're gone. They're basically Kenny's their factory effort, and they're housed under the Twisted Tea semi, but they're completely separate. They don't put the bikes together from what I've seen. It's an interesting dynamic, and there was a couple years ago, it looked like Suzuki, there was talks and rumors that they were pulling the plug on their motocross program, supercross program. Couldn't fund it. They're done. So it's really interesting to me that Kenny has single-handedly resurrected Suzuki at some level. Like enough to like breathe sales life back into the brand. I don't know. I would be interested to see how much, RMZs are being sold at this point. I don't know if we've spiked that, but certainly it hasn't hurt. And I'm sure, if I had to guess, they've sold some extra bikes, but it hasn't been significant to the amount of money they paid Kenny to come ride the bike. But it's so interesting to me because this could go so terribly wrong. Even at San Francisco, that had to be a huge concern. And we saw Kenny kickstarting the bike.
Darn it, hurry up and start. This sucks. I hope that Walty Wanderers guy isn't seeing this.
Had to be a massive concern at San Francisco because you knew it wasn't if you were going down or stalling the bike, it was how many times. So the fact, it was interesting to a point because McElrath said that he found himself stalled and he was able to just bump it on the downside of a triple and the thing fired back up for him. We've all done that, right? If you've ever had a kickstart bike. Mine still has a kickstart. And so, this was a big moment. Somehow they were able to dodge another bullet because for me, that's just a bad look. We've talked about this before. I think last season, his first season on the Suzuki, we saw him stuck on the side, kicking the bike several times before it fired up. But sometimes you see the guys just trying to find neutral with the electric start, and you're like, what's taking him so long? Fast, Kenny just pulled on in the clutch and kicked that thing and been gone. I think the main thing is when the bike heats up, whether it's electric or kickstart, it's going to take a little longer to kickstart this bike. But I was really quite impressed. Like, I'm now a Kenny fan. Like, we gave him his proper hazing as he clearly tried to flirt, melt the internet with which
I choose? I'm showing Mitch's bike. I'm showing the Phoenix Honda bike. I'm riding in the World Supercross. And I ultimately picked the kickstart bike because I like it.
No! You got picked because Progressive came along and topped everybody's price tag, is my guess. Because you don't ride the Suzuki because you want to. You ride it because you got paid. You got paid to, which is fine. I would really love to know. Somebody must know. Out of all the deals Kenny was offered, wasn't it Suzuki that had to have offered the most? My guess is it is. I mean, I guess there's a chance you really like the bike, but you're not going to pick it you're not going to pick a bike if you're getting paid less.
I took a huge haircut on my salary, but I just really love kickstarting this thing for some reason.
Hear that? That's not something that comes out of Kenny's mouth. I can almost guarantee it. So when you have two Suzukis in the top 5 of a Supercross, that is the first time that has happened. I mean, drop it in the comments below. When is the last time in the premier class Supercross Suzuki's had not one but two? In the top 5. Top 5. Now, McElrath and the Chiz. McElrath, good for him. Like, he needed that, right? He needed that. The Chiz could really benefit from something like that, too. I'm pretty sure their contract money, if there's any involved with their deals, is pretty minimal. pretty minimal. If I had to guess, it's 50, 60, 70,000 guaranteed with some kind of make a main incentives. Like, I don't know. I doubt it's a lot, you know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's double that. I have no idea. I know back in the day when I was hiring riders for Triple X, you know, that was like a privateer, almost Twisted Tea type of caliber rider. We got a little further than maybe the Chiz and McElrath, but pretty close. You know, 50, 60, 70 grand. Now, that was 10 years ago at least. So, you know, maybe it's 100 grand. I doubt it, though. I doubt they're making a whole lot of money. But it was really interesting to me. I really believe Kenny has single-handedly resurrected Suzuki to some level. But clearly, at this point, you've got to be working on an electric start, because while I still don't think that it is a huge handicap to have the kickstart, it's just the fact that you look like you're handicapped, whether the bike's clearly that handicapped or not, as we've seen him be able to get the bike kicked over relatively easy. It's a bad look if he's just kicking and the thing won't fire up, or it takes, you know, 5 minutes to get the thing fired up. He's been pretty fortunate to this point. And final thoughts that come to you as a friend, as a content creator, as a moto guy, wants to see you not only on the track, off the track. Understand the waters you're swimming in now. Shark infested. Suzuki, welcome to the swimming pool. You're actually doing halfway decent right now. Kickstart Kenny threw you a life preserver. And I'm pretty pumped. I want to see this thing work out for you guys. I really, really do. And I just love a comeback story, whether it's from a manufacturer bike or a rider itself. And I think you've accomplished all three with this one. And that's why Walty will be here to blow the lid off it every step of the way. Because it's not only what we need, it's in fact what we deserve. If you appreciate the content, I want to humbly ask you to give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. Social media link in the description of this video if you'd like to follow me there. And if you enjoyed this video, you're going to love the next video. And there's an easy subscribe icon for your convenience. As always, thank you for your time. Don't go over the bars. God bless, and I'll see you on the next video.